What is good, everybody? This is Charles from Team COJ coming at you guys with some updated Infernoble combos. So, guys, we lost Isolde. That sucks. That sucks, but it's okay. We did lose a lot with Isolde, but we didn't. The deck is still able to play. Like, you just got to understand the deck is now more fair than what it was. However, we got some pretty interesting combos. I know people are all up in the air. The deck is so still unexplored. You can play the Sinful Spoil package. You can play the Revolution Synchron. You can play the Super Heavy Samurai engine. You can play the Camelot. You can play tons of different packages and engines that you want. But I'm going to showcase you guys what I think is the best normal summon the deck now has, and that is Battle and Boxer Uppercutter. He is a one-card combo, and he just does essentially what Connector did, but less. He would be a one-card Isolde if we had Isolde, but he is a one-card. He does a lot. And I think some people have been sleeping on what he actually does, and I'm going to showcase you guys like through the combo sequence what he can do, and you guys will be kind of amazed. There'll be two combos. There'll be the one-card Uppercutter combo, and then I'll showcase you Uppercutter plus Museum. And that'll get you to a lot, I guess I should say, a lot more than what you're thinking. But anyway, please remember if you guys enjoy this and want to see more combos, test hands, and stuff like that, comment down below. Hopefully we'll have a deck profile around Friday, something just more solid. Like I've changed this list like 3 or 4 times. I did a huge live stream yesterday, just showcasing the current list I am testing and showing like different test hands and stuff like that constantly with it to see and discussion and everything. So if you guys want to check that out, those live streams are up for you. But if you guys want to help support the channel, hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and think about getting knighted and becoming a member. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the one-card combo. Okay, guys, so here we go. The one-card combo, just Uppercutter by itself. We'll go ahead and... So now, like, what we're looking for is one card or single card Angelica. We lost Isolde, so Angelica is still, like, a custom card. So, like, that's the next step that we're trying to do is just one card Angelicas, and that's exactly what Uppercutter is. So we'll go ahead and normal summon Uppercutter, use the effect of Uppercutter to go ahead and add the Spar. There we go. We add the Spar. We then special summon out the Spar. We then overlay here for Dempsey. And then on summon, you go and activate Dempsey's effect. Now, if this is pretty cool, if they do decide to chain Imperm to it, you can just chain Dempsey, dodging Imperm. But otherwise, we just go ahead and add Renaud from our deck to our head. Or Renaud, I should say. Dempsey effect, go ahead and detach if you didn't have to already the Spar. Special summon out Renaud. Renaud effect to grab back Spar. Since you control a Battle and Boxer, and this card is not a once per turn, you can special summon itself. But you don't get to conduct your battle phase, which is alright since you're going first, right? This is a going first combo. We'll go ahead and synchro here for our queen, Angelica. Angelica's effect, you know the drill. You get to go ahead and add the field spell. In my testing, I have found that sometimes without Phoenix Blade, like you don't do like double field spell if you open the field spell, because you don't have like the resources to do it, if that makes sense. Without Phoenix Blade being able to get that equip spell continually to your hand. So we kind of have to, you have to play like pretty interesting here. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and activate the field spell, use the field spell effect, pay 12 to go ahead and grab the Durandal. Now, technically speaking, if you watch any other combo videos utilizing the Battle Boxer stuff, they would say grab a throwaway equip spell, excuse me, and then you'd equip here, chain Angelica, and that'd be that. But we're going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to go Durandal effect target, use Durandal's effect to destroy itself to go ahead and grab us from our deck Roland. We'll go ahead and activate Roland's effect to go ahead and equip itself to Angelica, and then we can chain Angelica's effect to go ahead and banish itself and summon and send. And Roland will go to the graveyard, summon out Roland here, and then we get to send ourselves YuGiOh, since we started with the Battle and Boxer stuff. We'll go ahead and activate the YuGiOh's effect to attach itself to Captain Roland. We'll go ahead and use the Museum's effect to move YuGiOh up, and use YuGiOh's effect to go ahead and send. Now, right here, normally you would want to send Gearfried, but since this is a one-card combo, we have no way to get the Gearfried back, so we're just going to go ahead and send Turpin. There we go. Send the Turpin. And if you guys are wondering why we did the Roland, it's because Roland's during the end phase is going to let us add a Fire Warrior or an Equip spell. So you guys can already guess what we're going to be adding here. But we're going to go ahead and synchro into our King, Infernoble Knight Charles. And then you can go ahead and use Roland's effect to attach to Charles. And then we just link off into Emperor Charles' effect to go ahead and attach here. And then you go ahead and use Turpin's effect in the graveyard since you control a monster with an equip spell to special summon itself. And then you get to go ahead and link these off right here into your SP Little Knight. Now you move on to the end phase. You can go ahead and resolve Angelica coming back. But before Charles, you just have to make sure you resolve Roland before you resolve Charles. So go ahead and use Roland's effect to go ahead and grab yourself an equip spell from your deck. So we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves the Angelic's Angel Ring. And then you go ahead and resolve Charles, equipping Angel Ring from graveyard or hand. And then you can equip either Malgus if you want to draw, or if you want to equip Oliver from the deck, you sure can. So I like Oliver because it pretty much means when the opponent has Imperm, they have to go after something else. They can't just waste it. That's all right. They just can't go Imperm on Charles the Great. So like they'd have to, you know, do something else. But this is the inboard. This is off of 1 card. So if you guys don't know what we're counting here, we're counting 3 disruptions off of the Emperor Charles, his own spell and trap negate, Angel's Ring spell negate, and a pop, along with SP Little Knight. So that is a total of 4 disruptions. 4 disruptions off of 1 card. And that's pretty good. Now I'll go ahead and I'll showcase you guys what happens when you open Museum. You get to 5 disruptions, you get to 2 pops and stuff like that. But it's pretty straightforward. It's the same combo sequence done the exact same way. It's just you add something different off of Angelica, but we'll still show you guys for the sake of the combo. So that way, repetition gets you the best. You know, once you see it, hear it, do multiple times, you get to understand a little bit better. But yep, that is what 1 uppercutter can get you. So we'll go ahead and jump on into the next 2-card combo. Okay, guys, here we go. The next 2-card combo: uppercutter plus Museum. Most of us are so familiar with YuGiOh plus Museum and stuff like that. But now that we have a Battle Boxer, a new normal summon, we might as well just showcase you what it does. And the combo is pretty much as straightforward as the one before, except for we're going to get an additional disruption since we open Museum. So we'll just go ahead and you start off by normal summon the uppercutter. Uppercutter grabs you the spar, grabs you spar. You go ahead and special summon out the spar. You then go ahead and overlay here for your Dempsey. Dempsey's effect on summon will grab you the Renault. You then detach from the Dempsey to go ahead and get the spar in the graveyard. And then you special summon out Renault, adding back the spar. You special summon out the spar because it's not a once per turn. You synchro into our queen, Angelica. Angelica's effect. Now, normally you'd go for a second Museum, and this is where, like, you could potentially, there's like different lines you could do. There's like, it's a lot of freestyle. So like here, you could add a second Museum, and that second Museum could allow you to dump and get access to like, would allow you to get access to Gearfried possibly. But we're just going to stay true to what we're doing here. And we're going to go ahead and add the Horn of Oliphant, which is not like, a lot of people want to like this card, and I'm not totally sold on it yet, but it is like a searchable disruption that we can get. And I know back in the day, people were talking about that you could play, you play this to beat, you know, have a disruption through Dark Ruler and stuff. But since we have access to Angelic's Enterings still consistently, I'd say, consistently enough, it just allows us to just get another layer of disruption. We want to be versatile in our disruptions. You could technically also play the Flamevale counter with Uppercutter, but I feel like that's just you're adding in. I wouldn't play 2 traps, I'd just play one or the other, but I feel like we're more consistently able to get to Angel's Angel Ring versus get to this, because sometimes you have to use Uppercutter to get the spar. You don't have an option, whereas if you open, you know, like you open more, you play more copies of Museum than you do the spar, so the likelihood of you open like Uppercutter plus spar is slim, whereas the chances of you open Uppercutter plus Museum is a lot higher, is what I'm trying to get at. So anyway, here's our hand. We go and activate the Museum. Museum's effect, pay 12 to go ahead and grab ourselves Durandal. We go and activate Durandal, use Durandal's effect to go ahead and grab ourselves the Roland. We go and activate Roland's effect, target, and then this right here will go to grave, banish. You send yourself the Ogier and summon out the Turpin, or excuse me, summon out the Roland. You then go and use Ogier's effect to attach to Roland, special summon using Museum, Museum to go ahead and send Turpin, and then we go ahead and go right here for our Emperor Charles. We then equipped, you know, here to go right here into our big boy Charles. As Winter kills, if you guys are a fan of his channel, Blue Chew Charles to go ahead and attach. And then we go ahead and use Turpin's effect to special summon itself because we control monsters with an equipped. You guys know the drill. We make our SP Little Knight here. We go ahead and set Horn of Oliphant. And then during the opponent, we resolve the end phase. Angelica comes back. We resolve Roland, grabbing herself Angel Ring. Charles' effect will equip the Angel Ring and grab Oliver or Malgus, whatever you want to do from the deck. And then this is our end board. So again, very same concept, same end board as before, except for now we do have an extra layer of disruption through the Horn of Oliphant. So that gives you, you know, 3 disruptions off of 1 Charles, SP Little Knight, and this. So it's pretty not. I mean, it's not bad. It is a little bit more susceptible to hand traps because one thing that Connector did right. Connector allowed you to see the hand, bait out hand traps and stuff like that. So it's entirely up to you. And there is a little bit more synergy with the Battle and Boxer package, simply because now, like, if you open Connector and your normal Connector and it gets disrupted, if you have Renaud in your hand, you can just extend further, whereas if it was like Connector plus Renaud, you couldn't do anything. You were forced to open pretty much Oliver or pass sort of thing, Oliver or bust now. You can now just, you know, continue through that way. But that's it for this combo. Hopefully these are just like to bring you guys some fresh stuff. There is like different other sequences you can do with Uppercutter. I want to do a whole video showcasing the Revolution lines that you can do, because I actually prefer Revolution over some of the other engines, just because it allows you to get access to Crystal Wing before you make Angelica, and that's what's important. And I don't believe the Diabelisar stuff puts up anything. I mean, it can help you make Angelica, but it doesn't do anything to protect your Angelica. So that's why I'm like kind of leaning towards the Synchron stuff. For currently, like I said, it's subject to change. You could also just be playing super heavy Samurai stuff, truly, if that's what you want to do. But Anyway, that's it for the combo stuff. Please remember, if you guys enjoyed the content, please give me a like, comment down below what you guys have been testing and everything, and let's just keep it going, guys. Stay safe and stay healthy. This is Charles signing out.